primary reason the bank should consider outsourcing is because of the focus and spend that they have right now on regulation and compliance. They're building out those areas of the bank. So to help mitigate some of that cost, it's a great opportunity to look into other areas of the organization to see where outsourcing may make sense. The best way for a bank to go about outsourcing is to consider bringing a provider in for an outsource readiness assessment. And in essence, what this assessment will do is look across the entire organization. It will look for areas where there may need to be some additional technology spend that the organization has, or additional resources may need to be put into place in certain areas. And what that assessment will also do is it'll say, okay, what is your core function? What is your core business? Because we're not looking to take the core business away. What we're looking to do is support and help organizations in their non-core functions take some of those tactical functions away and aspects of the job to enable them to have more of a strategic leadership in place and see how we can potentially help them improve processes, yet reduce some of the costs that they have today. So what typically works best as an outsourced service is you can put it into two different buckets. There's back office work, some mid-office work, so I guess that would be a third bucket, and then front-end customer care work. So as banks are looking to reduce cost, I'd recommend they look in the back office first. Some of the functionalities that are not core to your business, as I said before, however, are core to work itself, to the business itself. Finance and accounting work, general ledger, journal entry work, accounts payable work, loan processing, mortgage processing, application processing, and even some of the emerging businesses. So as you're trying to go into something new, as we see banks really focus on how do they take a mobile app and bring it to a mobile wallet, they can utilize an outsourced provider that may have expertise there to really help them with the customer facing and the different types of calls that they may have. As we look at the cost savings for different outsourcing services, it's really difficult to pinpoint a number. There are many banks that I've spoken to that are looking to make significant investments, say for example, in new accounting systems, because there is no consistency across accounting. And for example, that investment that they're going to need to make, that capital expenditure, could be $5 million. So we can take that $5 million savings if they're looking to find an outsourced provider. So that $5 million would be placed in there as well. When you're looking at labor itself, there's a whole range of savings that can be made depending on whether you're utilizing onshore, offshore, or nearshore resources. So although the range may be wide, you can see savings anywhere from 25% all the way to maybe 60 or 75% in cost alone. Holding a provider accountable for customer service is critical in the whole process of outsourcing. One of the things you want to do immediately is take a look in your own organization at the KPIs you have in place. If they're the right KPIs, those are the KPIs you use as a benchmark with your provider. Your provider, you may be surprised, may add KPIs that are even more advanced than the ones that you have in place today. With those KPIs, you want to attach appropriate SLAs, and there's accountability in all of the metrics that are in place. At the end of the day, you don't want to just meet the satisfaction levels. You are hoping to find a provider that'll help you exceed your own levels of satisfaction. And part of your decisioning and part of your whole agreement with any provider should be what is in place to make sure there's ongoing process improvement and that you continually raise the bar. Because at the end of the day, the reason anyone would outsource or choose any provider is to make certain that you're impacting the customer experience to a higher level than you have today.